Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good
I'm
morning.
very happy that we are here to celebrate our event. This event, just a little history, was conceived in July of 2018, and it had a very short gestation time. It was born in September of the same year, 2018. The Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother are Franciscans, as you know, and we wanted to deepen our life as Franciscans, but we also wanted to really share and make Laudato Si known, because at the time it really wasn't spoken about in the Caribbean. So we decided to embark upon this project of creating a challenge that we particularly would take to Catholic schools and there create activities that would utilize the best talents of our students and the best minds of our students so that they could know the document and they could teach us adults even how to live this document. So we started our Laudato Si and Season of Creation activity. So this is our third year. And I'm happy that through Providence, we are having this activity on the International Day of Eradication for Poverty. Because in the document, one of the strongest points that our Holy Father has weaved into this document is the invitation to commit ourselves to listening to the cry of the poor and the cry of the earth. And today, we would see that in the students' presentations.
Oh.
So today, what I would like to do is just to tell you what we are about. What we would do is go through, as we would regularly do, any ceremony. So we would start with the national anthem of the three countries, Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, and St. Lucia. During that time, I would ask each of us to be as respectful as we can, and as we usually are when our anthem being sung. Then we would have the formal welcome by Sister Gillian Jerome, who is the Delegate Superior of the Sisters in the Caribbean. Then we would have our opening prayer. You may wonder why our opening prayer is placed where it is placed. This place where it is placed because we would have had the welcome, we would have seen people who are here, and we would be more community, and we'll be able to pray as a community for the world community. We would have our opening remarks by Bishop Jason Gordon of the Archdiocese of Port of Spain in Trinidad. And then we would move into our presentation. Our presentations are based in various categories: best literature, best visual art, best agricultural projects. Then there is an open category based on the theme, Jubilee for the Earth, New Rhythms, New Hope. And these projects would have been submitted to us by Catholic primary schools, secondary schools, parishes, youth groups, and the open category. The judging criteria would have been in terms of creativity, originality, the impact that particular project would have on the environment and the community, either immediately or the potential for impact, the relevance to the theme, and the quality of the presentation. Before we move into the formal part of the program, I would like to just call our attention and to give to the following persons a very warm welcome. So we have some special persons with us here today, and if they are here already, I would like them, when I call their names, to just open up their video so that we can see who they are. So obviously we have our own Archbishop from Port of Spain, Bishop Gordon. I don't know if he's here yet, if he has arrived yet. Then we have Bishop Harvey from the Diocese of St. George's in Grenada. We have our own Superior General who is present with us today, Sister Kathy Hannigan. We have with us some distinguished guests from international organizations that both the sisters as a congregation and the Institute as a ministry is partners with and is registered with. And that would be the Global Catholic Climate Movement. So we should have some representative from that movement with us. I think there are 3 of them. And then we have Sister Sheila Kinsley from UISG, who is also the campaign coordinator for Sowing Seeds of Hope for the Planet, which is another international organization. And then the coordinator for Laudato Si Generation, which is the younger arm of this organization, had an emergency and couldn't hear, but she sent a message which put up on the screen just before we do the anthem. So if those persons are here, could you just also put on your video so we will see you. Okay, so David is here with us. So let us give David a warm Caribbean welcome. David from Global Catholic Climate Movement is here with us. So as the others come in, we will find a time when we could really welcome them. So we would now move.
Christiana.
Christiana is here.
Christina.
Christina. So we welcome Christina with us. Thank you for being here. Brian with us. Thank you for being here. Right. So we would now have the national anthem.
of hours we pledge ourselves to thee. As hearts and hands in unity to reach our destiny. Ever conscious of God, being proud of our heritage, may we with faith and courage aspire, build, advance, as one people and family. God bless our nation.
We thank our various students who performed the item either musically or by song for us. We now call Sister Gillian Jerome, who is the Delegate Superior of the Sisters of the Caribbean, to do our formal welcome. Sister Gillian.
I think our mic is mute.
Bishop Charles Jason Gordon, Bishop Clyde Martin Harvey, other members of the Catholic clergy, religious sisters, members of all other faith and religious traditions, other distinguished members, specially invited guests, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, participating youth and young adults. On the behalf of the Franciscan Institute and the Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother of the St. Francis of Assisi delegation, it gives me great pleasure to welcome each one of you to the 3rd annual St. Francis Canticle Creation Award ceremony under the theme, Jubilee for the Earth, New Rhythms, New Hope. One of the directives of the 22nd General Assembly of the Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother invited us sisters to promote collaboration, intercultural understanding, and respect for all of creation. And so, the Franciscan Institute, which is one of our ministries here in the Caribbean, have joined this global initiative in raising sensitivity of the need for each of us to take better care of our common home and renew the precious relationships we share with one another. For the past 2 years, the Franciscan Institute hosted the Seasons of Creation Challenge on the island of Trinidad. This year, the challenge was extended to the islands of Grenada and St. Lucia. Today, participating in our ceremony are also persons from outside of the Caribbean region who share the same passion with us in caring for our common home. In light of this, I join Sister Julie in recognizing also the presence of our General Superior of the Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother, Sister Catherine Marie Hannigan. Sister Sheila Kinsley, the International Coordinator of the UISG campaign, members of the Global Catholic Movement, and representatives from the Order of Friar Minor Capuchins. Thank you for joining us on this beautiful Saturday morning, and for some of you Saturday afternoon, to celebrate this wonderful creativity of our youth and young adults, and to celebrate the infinite goodness and wisdom of God, who is the creator of all creation. Indeed, it is wonderful to be here. An exciting ceremony awaits us. And so I welcome each of you again. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you very much, Sister Jillian. And now that we know some of the persons who are with us, at least by name, and we are much more of a community where we can now pray for the world. I just ask us to take this moment to ground ourselves, intentionally ground ourselves in this moment, in the now, as we get ready to be led in prayer by Dr. Gian Wilson. And we are extremely blessed to have Gian with us, singing the song that she herself composed. So with joy, deep, deep joy, I ask Gian to lead us in prayer as we listen prayerfully and pray the words as she sings.
Thank you. O God of all creation, O Father of the earth, O life source who sustains us and has done from our birth, you gave to us your children a common home to share, with gifts of one another to nurture and to care. And though we have caused this planet hurt and pain, in the midst of your creation, you remain. In the vastness of the ocean, in the smallness of a tear, in each wonder of creation, we will find that you are there. In each miracle we witness, and in those we do not see, let your name be praised, O God, Laudato Si. O God of justice, O God of power and might, who took away the darkness that we may walk in light, who satisfies our hunger, who fills our very need. And though we've fallen victim to selfishness and greed, in each inequality, each social ill, you do not forget your people, you are still in the vastness of the ocean, in the smallness of a tear, in each wonder of creation, we will find that you are there. In each miracle we witness, and in those we do not see, let your name be praised, O God, Laudato Si. O God of mercy, O keeper of our days, O Son who looks upon us with a holy, loving gaze. Please help us find your image in the lowly, poor, and weak. And let us spread your message with every word we speak. In the fish that swim, the birds that fly above. Let us celebrate your wonder and your love. In the vastness of the ocean, in the smallness of a tear, in each wonder of creation, we will find that God is there. In each miracle we witness, and in those we do not see, let your name be praised, oh God, Laudato Si. For each miracle we witness, and for those we do not see, let your name be praised, oh God, Laudato Si.
We thank you, Gian, for leading us so wonderfully well in prayer.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Gian is from Trinidad, now living in Germany, where she studied the past many years. And I know we have many little ones from Maria Regina here with us today. And you will be very proud, Maria Regina, because I think you didn't go to Maria Regina. Wow.
I went to St.
But
Joseph.
I know Miss Crouch is one of your mentors and hero, whether she knows it or not. That is what I was told. So, but one of the things I was very happy about when Gian said yes to us is because I also know two things. Gian started in Germany a youth group for children of First Communion right up to confirmation, which I think is a smart thing. A wonderful age group to work with. And yesterday, she spent the whole day doing a Laudato Si project with them. So that's one reason. She's very active. Trinis make their mark wherever they go. So that's great. That's great. Wonderful. And I thought bringing her on would be an inspiration for especially all our young people, our young women. So again, thanks. God bless you. Good luck with your youth group. Any way we can help, let us know. And I see Mrs. Crouch there. So good. All right. So right now we would call on Archbishop Charles Jason Gordon to deliver our opening remarks.
Sister Julie, the bishop is not here
Not here yet?
yet. Not as yet.
Not as yet. Okay, so then what we will do with that, the bishop is not here as yet, which is very, very unusual for him. So even without knowing why he's not here yet, I already excuse him because it had to be important why he's not here yet. So I would think we would just move on with the program and we would move straight into the presentations. So We first will move to the category of literature. And as I said to you in the opening, is that the judges use the following criteria to choose those persons who won in that category. Creativity, originality, the impact that it would have on community and the environment, either immediate impact or potential impact, and the relevance to the theme. Then we are judged also in age groups. So we had children as young as 6 up to 18 and over. So would we start? Thanks.
Welcome, good morning. In the category of literature, primary school, we had the first place in grade 1, 7-year-old Peyton Mason from Maria Regina Grade School in Trinidad. Welcome everyone. In the literature category, primary school, we had Peyton Mason, 7 years old, from Maria Regina Grade School in Trinidad. Congratulations. In grade 2, in age group 7 to 8 years old, Gina McBurney from Maria Regina Grade School in Trinidad. In the age group 8 to 9, grade 3, Soraya Ramdeen, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Age group 9 to 10, grade 4, Luke Ferreira, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Grade 5, age 10 to 12, Ryan Dennis, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad.
And in the secondary school category, in literature, we had in Form 2, 13 years old, Dojon Richards from St. Anthony's College in Trinidad. Congratulations. As well in Form 3, 13 years old, in the literature category, Zion Valania, St. Anthony's College, Trinidad. In Form 5, ages 15 to 16 years old in the category of literature, winners Donnell St. Paul and Cheyenne and Sanderson from St. Rose Modern Secondary School in Grenada. And in Form 6, 18 years old category, Nikolai Cadogan from St. Anthony's College of Trinidad. Congratulations. In the over 18 category, Viewfort Youth Group from St. Lucia. Congratulations. And in the parish category for literature, over 18 at 28 years old, Angelo Curbanali from St. Finbar's Parish in Diego Martin, Trinidad. Congratulations. In the over 18 category, acknowledgement for the poem on Jubilee for Maya Paulton from Youth Court Youth Group in St. Lucia.
We go to the visual arts category. At the primary school level, ages 6 to 7, grade 1. Ian Smith Marcus, Maria Regina Grade School in Trinidad. Acknowledgement of good work in that same age category, Samaya Hitai, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. In the ages 7 to 8, grade 2, Jasmine Pal, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Ages 8 to 9, grade 3, Olivia Benjamin, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Ages 9 to 10, grade 4, Zion Jean-Baptiste, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. And grade 5, age 10 to 12, Amy Rose Joseph, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad.
In the secondary school area for visual arts, in Form 6, ages 15 to 17, the winner was Omiria Smith from St. Joseph's Convent, San Fernando, Trinidad.
Okay, we will take a break from the announcing the winners, and because Archbishop Gordon is here now, so we would like to invite him to give his opening remarks. Welcome, Bishop.
Thanks, Sister Julie, and apologies. I messed up the time. I'm blaming COVID for this one. I don't know why I thought 9:30, but when I went to log in, I realized, oops, 9 o'clock. But here I am.
Thank you.
This season of creation that is celebrated every year is vital, both for the present and the future of our church. Vital for the present because we have so little consciousness about the ecological challenges that we are facing. Vital for the future because if we don't face these challenges very consciously and work tirelessly to build a better world, then what will happen is the future will become more bleak as we hand on a world to our young people that will not be anything like what we received ourselves. I'd like to share a little story with you. Once upon a time, there was a family, and the name of the family is Manavates. And they lived in a very peculiar kind of way. They were reckless, they were wasteful, beyond imagination. And they used to throw things wherever they were. In rivers and seas, mountains, beaches, they littered every nook and cranny wherever they went. And many commented about their reckless and cavalier nature. But the family really took no heed, and they just simply went on living as they were. The family had inherited much of its wealth from generations past, and they also worked hard at building up what they received, but they squandered so much of their wealth on lifestyle, on pleasure, on comfort, on elegance, prestige, notoriety. And some family members even squandered the resources, and the fate of the family and of others became very dire. The plight of these was of no concern to those who were having a good time. So part of the family lived in abject poverty because they had squandered. And part of the family lived in a very, very lavish lifestyle. And those who lived in abject poverty, it was partly bad luck, partly squander, partly the climate around where they were changed. But the rich ones were so blinded by their own wealth and possessions that they even try to act as if the others were not really members of their family, as if there was no obligation to help, to share, to care for these unfortunate members of their family. And those that were doing well got so blinded that they even threatened the goose that was laying the golden egg for them, the family business. They started to sell off assets to support their lifestyle, and they began to use the children's education fund to accommodate their own greed. They damaged the land, which was a major source of income for them, by overplanting and using bad chemicals. They even began cutting and selling wood for the forests that they had inherited from many generations past. And they did this without even replanting. They reaped what they did not sow, and they were unbothered about depleting the resources intended for the next generation. Everywhere they went, those who lived wantonly left the place in absolute mess, and others were expected to clean it up. And they went to church often, and they prayed, and they were even very generous and upstanding members of the church. Yet, they were blind to the poor relations and to the fact that they were squandering the inheritance of future generations. They were wasteful in every way possible. They used electricity as if it went out of style. Water, they would just run the tap before they were bathing for many, many minutes before even using the water. The forests, they were deforesting. The streams, they were polluting. The seas were filled with plastic because of these. And all of this was very extravagant. And all the while, the other relations were starving. And before their eyes, they could see the starvation of the rest of the family. But they were unprepared to do anything at all about it. And those who were impoverished appealed to the church for help. And the rich relations started labeling them as socialists, as communists, as agitators, as all kinds of negative things. And the children of the poor relations also appealed to the church, arguing that the business and the property was left for the whole family, not just for the wealthy ones. But they said if the rich relations made even a moderate change in their lifestyle, everyone would have more than enough to live. The church tried, but the rich relations would not listen. They kept their poor relations in abject poverty while they lived in an incredibly lavish lifestyle. Some of the children of the rich relations realized that at the current rate, things would go very bad during their own lifetimes. And they too appealed to the elders and asked the elders of the family for a conversation. But the elders ignored them too. In fact, the elders began to label them like the others as socialists and agitators and describe the whole thing as a hoax that was dreamt up by the poor to indoctrinate the youth of the rich to take control. And there was a bitter tension in the family, much name-calling, labeling, and dismissing of each other. And each part of the family had their own vision of what truth is. And they could not see eye to eye. They could not have a dialogue. They could not speak to each other. And each side held to their own position. A few of the young, both rich and poor, could see there was little time if the disaster was to be averted. But those who made the decisions refused to listen and to believe that there was a real problem, and thus did nothing different. The clearer the signs that things were drastically wrong, the blinder the elders were becoming. The young who believed they could see clearly believed that they were heading to the proverbial precipice, the point of no return. The old indulged and humored them, but they took absolutely no notice of anything that the young people said. Things were changing from bad to worse all around. And those who had the power refused to see or act or believe. My question to you is, if this was your family, what would you do? And just by the way, Manavata is a Hindi word for humanity. We have see nature in decline, we know that there is a date that if we don't do something now, that there will be damage to nature that cannot be repaired. We know that there are species that are becoming extinct at an accelerating rate. Everybody knows from COVID what exponential growth is. Well, the species that are being extinct are now in an exponential curve. And this has great impact all around. The pollinators that are used to keep crops growing, they are becoming extinct too. And all of this is going to be impact on our world, on our life, on our family, the human family. And the teaching of the church is that the goods of the earth were given to all people, not to some, but to all people. And if we believe that, then we have to understand that what you are doing to raise consciousness and awareness for the earth is vital. And even if the old people don't believe you, they don't take you on, they label you, they call you all kind, don't give up. I beg you, don't give up. Because as we saw in that story, the young people cried out, and the elders didn't necessarily listen. But I'm asking you, no matter what, do not give up. What you do and the little bits that you do, every little drop will help to make our world a better place and to raise consciousness so that the earth in all of her beauty, the earth in all of her glory would continue to serve and to give to everyone who lives on her. Thank you very much.
I thank you, Archbishop Gordon, for your remarks. And I'm sure as we go along with the program, you will be very pleased to know that and to see for yourself that Trinidad, our world, Grenada, St. Lucia, are in good hands. We're in good hands with our young people. So we will continue with the presentation and we move to the category agriculture.
Thank you, sister. In the primary school category group, age 9 to 10, grade 4, Jolie Mitchell, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Congratulations. Age 10 to 12, grade 5, Daria Gay, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Congratulations. In the over 18 open category, Sisters of St. Joseph of Cluny, Sister Annette Chow, really special presentation. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. We would see a lot of these that as they were sent in to us on video. We will see that as soon as we finish with the open project and the next category, which will be most outstanding primary school, the most outstanding secondary school, the most outstanding open project. So would we now go to open projects?
The open project based on the theme Jubilee for the Earth. The award goes to the Parish Youth Group, ages 5 to 12, from Our Lady of Help Christians, Our Lady of Help Christians in Grenada.
Help of Christians.
Our Lady Help of All Christians, Grenada. Congratulations. Next award goes to Kalia Gittens, and this award, this presentation is exceptional. A calypso based on the theme, grade 1, 6 years old, from Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Congratulations. Next award goes to Tiana Ramirez, Certificate of Participation and Prize Effort from grade 2, the age group 7 to 8 years old, Maria Regina Grade School, Trinidad. Congratulations. Dylan Mohammed, his presentation was exceptional from secondary, the category age group secondary from schools, forms 3 to 4, 13 years old, from St. Anthony's College, Trinidad. Congratulations. The next award to Nikolai Kadodan, secondary forms 5 to 6, 18 years old, St. Anthony's College, Trinidad. Congratulations. Youth on a Mission, special group, 18 years and over. The video entitled the Go Green Eco Bin. And this group comprises of youth from the various parishes in the Diocese of Grenada. Congratulations to all of you. The last award in this open project category, a video submitted by parish priest, Father Sean Doggett, Parish Youth Group, Our Lady of Help of Christians, Grenada. This presentation, this was exceptional. So we congratulate Father Sean and the parishioners and the youth group members. Congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much, Sister Delia. Most outstanding school, Maria Regina. You see proud Miss Crouch there holding the challenge. Maria Regina won it last year, likewise. And I had a feeling that they would have worked doubly hard to keep it at that school. So I congratulate Maria Regina for their hard work and their commitment. But I congratulate you most of all for the fact that you are one of those schools that implemented what we would have wished and what Archbishop Jason Gordon spoke about last year, his desire to see Laudato Si implemented in our Catholic schools, in our religious education classes. And that is what Mrs. Crouch have done in her school. And that is why I think the quality that you will notice in the work of the children, when you look at the videos and you look at the presentation, you would have no doubt in your mind that it is well informed. So again, I thank you, Mrs. Crouch, and I congratulate you and your staff, the children and their parents. God bless you.
Thank you, sister.
Welcome. So we now move into the most outstanding categories, or schools rather.
Okay, and receiving the most outstanding award for the secondary schools is St. Anthony's College, Trinidad. So it's extend congratulations to you.
Thank you.
Also receiving the most outstanding award for secondary schools in Grenada, we have the St. Rose Modern Secondary School for the poem submitted by Donnell St. Paul and Cheyenne Sanderson. Congratulations to the St. Rose Modern Secondary School. And for the most outstanding Parish Youth Ministry. I'd like to extend congratulations to the parish, Our Lady Help of Christians, Bolio, Grenada, age 5 years and over. So congratulations to Father Sean and the Youth Ministry of Our Lady Help of Christians. We also extend congratulations to the Vieux-Fort Parish and the Vieux-Fort Youth Ministry, Our Lady of the Assumption Parish. We say congratulations for the most outstanding youth ministry in St. Lucia.
Thank you. So now we would move into looking at the performances that won most outstanding, exceptional, so that you can really enjoy and learn from the presentation of the children and youths. It will take them a little while, most likely, to get the video up. Thanks.
Mother Earth by Gianna McBurney. Everyone needs a mother to love us and to care. And though we each have one to call our own, there's one that we all share. She gave us forests, plants, and trees. For shelter and for food, the oceans, animals, birds, and bees. And oil that is so crude. She blessed us with the seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall. The beaches, mountains, deserts, swamps. Oh yes, she gave us all, but still we do not treat her right. We take our mother for granted, polluting her rivers, lakes, and seas. Cutting down the forest she planted, for all the pain that we have caused. Please forgive us for the hurt. And I really hope we'll take better care of you, because we only have one Mother Earth.
Jubilee for the Earth by Surya Ramdean. This year the Earth got a break. The oceans got blue and the sky did too. People stayed home and the animals came into their natural zone. The kids were no longer always online, and of course, that is perfectly fine. We play and breathe the sweet fresh air. We go outside and stay there. Our world is happier and cleaner too. It almost feels brand new. Let us rejoice and sing a song of praise. We have all entered into a new phase. Hooray, hurrah, the Jubilee has come. Let's celebrate, celebrate. Bang that drum!
Jubilee to the Earth. And how much longer do we have? We celebrate for Earth, but we should be celebrating that it's still here. This is the season of creation, yet mankind is still put to nature through persecution. Imagine how the world would feel if it were a living person, being ripped of her resources, stolen of her riches, and acid being poured on her beauty. Human minds are so simple. They cut down trees to make paper, and I save the trees on that same paper. They preach about saving the earth, but we are no different. We need plants for food and medicine. This is the season of creation, so stop bringing all this destruction. Bushfires are raging, animals are dying, water is still polluting just because you feel to it. This is a jubilee to the earth, but do you really mean it? Saving the earth involves everyone. There's no excuse for all of this abuse. So just take a pause. Stop breaking environmental laws. The earth is becoming a ticking time bomb. Our natural mom is dying a natural death. Confusion plagues my mind as I wonder, How much longer do we have until it all goes up in flames? Can we reach 2045? How many of us will actually survive? Will our children be able to live in peace, or will the world get rid of us rabid beasts? How long do we have to live? How long do we have to smile? How long does Mother Earth have to cry? We have to act now. So she stomps down on her knees and completely dies. In my opinion, we should all make a simple decision to change our nasty ways so we can all gain some more days on this earth. But what do I know? I'm just a kid. We should all cherish the earth. This may just be our final bit.
This threat to the earth is somehow undetected. Not only the planet, but we too are affected. We unknowingly contribute to our own extinction, but only some of us gives it recognition. A major part of the earth's deterioration comes from something deadly called pollution. It has plagued the earth day by day and can cause the future ahead to look hazy and grey. Littering causes a lot of pollution, and that is a main attribution. It affects both land and sea, to the water we drink, to the food we eat. We dump garbage that goes into the ocean, which is eaten by fish in one swift motion. Pollution has different aspects, each with devastating long-term effects. One of the worst is called air pollution, and if left unattended could have a terrible execution. We create chemicals that goes up into the air, which taints and destroys our beloved atmosphere. Another type of pollution used with sound. It consists of dissonant noises all around. It can come from traffic noises to loud music playing, even someone's car alarm sensor while reversing. Pollution, you see, is a terrible thing, and a lot of the atrocities it brings. One byproduct of this impetuous exchange is something we might have heard of called climate change. Climate change warps our planet's weather. Say a place that is regularly cold might feel a bit hotter. Climate change is felt all across the globe, to homes, workplaces, parks and roads. There are many things that are slowly killing the earth, but not all are mentioned or even heard. I hope when we realize this, it mightn't be too late, and we have to succumb to our planet's untimely fate. We keep on patching it up, acting as if it isn't there. We fail to realize that the end could potentially be near. The earth is chained, imprisoned in our poisonous lair. As it trembles, it laments one sentence in fear. Don't you love me? Do you need me? Do you even care about me? The earth was once a beautiful bouquet of flowers. It blossomed and beamed with majestic powers. Now it's beginning to wilt and wither away. Why? Because we poison it every single day. There's only so much Mother Earth can take, and I fear how long it will take until she breaks, until the future won't look so vivid at this rate, unless we do something to help, or we might as well just sit and wait.
This poem is entitled Overcoming Her Struggles. Someone once said, Mother Earth is beautiful as viewed from the sky. If only they knew how much she cried. Are we not hearing it? It is so loud and clear. She is showing her signs both far and near. The pain she bears, how far will it go? We need to open our eyes. She can't take it no more.
How long shall we continue to turn a blind eye? How long shall we continue to let Mother Earth cry? Her fields are bleeding, her fishes are dying, her children are mourning. Her night seemed long, her pain was like forever.
At last,
I see her smile.
At last,
there is no more cry. Her breath is fresh as a summer breeze.
Her blood nourishes all her springs.
She is happy.
She is dancing.
Her smile is back. No need for the future generation to bring it back. It's already here.
Hi everybody, morning. Angelo Cubanelli here. I want to say thank you so much to everyone over at Franciscan Institute. Thank you so much for, the poem selection. It means a lot to me. So the title of my poem is October 4th, and it goes like this. What's the source of creation? To me, it can only be love. Love burning hotter than the stars above. Love so vast it's impossible to contain. Love so transformative, nothing is ever the same. Love so bright, it never fails to be seen. Love as deep as the mystery of John 3:16. Love is why children smile. Love is why clouds decorate the sky. Love is why waters flow. Love is why flowers grow. Love is why trees bear. Love is what conquers every fear. What's the source of creation? All of us should be aware, in every nation. We know love is not simply a what, but a who. Let us always embody love, Laudato Si, through and through. One love, one creation, one family. Fratelli Tutti. Sisters and brothers, may we continue in this jubilee, knowing in whom love exists, you and me. Thank you. So, long story short, what I was aiming for with this poem is to really try to capture the human experience, the way I believe God intends for us to live, as one in harmony with all of creation. So, thank you very much.
God's tiny creatures are everywhere, on all the lands and in the air. Everywhere you look, there is proof of God's creation and His truth. Various creatures in a wide array are on this earth and on display, placed by God for all men to see, while pointing hearts to eternity. They are placed by God's hand as evidence to help all understand that all of creation is of the Lord, and it's a truth not to be ignored. As all will stand before the Creator, but do all accept Him as their Savior? The truth alone will judge all men, as all other theories will be condemned. Men may deny of God's truth, but they will stand without excuse. For God says through Revelation, truth is stamped on His creation. Learned men cannot comprehend real truth, not devised by them. And God's truth still stands on its own, and it exists through God alone. God's truth and eternal design goes far above the learned mind. It's only simple faith that you need to look at creation and to believe that the eternal God created it all for man. All alone is awfully small, and the man's mind is smaller still, that continues to reject God's will. God's existence does not need man, but we were put into God's plan. God will continue on, they will see, continue on through all of eternity. It's those who reject God's creation who can't embrace His salvation, but they will understand and will see that He is the God of all eternity. Thank you.
Just be a little patient as we wait for the other videos.
Hi, my name is Erin, and I'm in grade 1 of Maria Regina Grade School. God has asked us to keep and care for the earth. If everyone did a little to protect the earth, this will go a long way. Do not litter, practice recycling, take care of our forests and beautiful animals. Hi, my name is Samaya Hisai and I did this art project because I saw plenty of people littering in my community and it causes flood to happen and it affects sea creatures in the ocean. Thank you.
Hello friends, I am Jasmine Pal, student of grade 2 Maria Regina Grade School. I have drawn this picture to show that we should save our earth from environmental issues such as pollution and global warming. We should keep earth green by planting trees and save earth's resources like water. We have already damaged the nature by cutting off forests. If we manage to save Earth from pollution, our Earth would be a healthy place for us and our future generations. Our small steps can make a big difference. We are not alone on Earth. There are many species living on Earth. Earth is our home, and its security is also our duty. Thank you.
My name is Sanja Batiste and this is my art piece for Jubilee of the Earth. My inspiration for this art piece was the concept of a flower in bloom in all its glory. This season of creation is about the earth being its finest and blossoming with the help of all people of the earth. Only by conservation, recycling, and life preservation can the earth fully achieve this season of Jubilee and create awareness of what we need to do.
Hello, I am Jolie Mitchell. I am 9 years old. I am in grade 4G from Maria Regina Grade School in Trinidad and Tobago. This is my video presentation on this year's theme, Jubilee for the Earth, the best agricultural project. In March 2020, my school was closed and we were quarantined as my classmate was suspected of contracting COVID-19. We were unable to leave our homes, and this inspired us to start growing our own foods where we previously had flowers and other plants. Here are some of our plants and vegetables that we grew. This is chive. This is basil. At first we grew vegetables in the soil, but then we discovered organic vertical gardening. We're using hydroponics. Hydroponics just means we add plant food to the water and use a different growing medium to replace the soil. By growing hydroponically, we grow larger veggies faster, use a smaller space to grow, conserve water as hydroponics recirculates the water back into the tank, saving 85% of the water compared to traditional gardening. This allows us to know exactly what we are feeding our plants and providing only water what our plant needs. This is environmentally friendly and has given us a healthy lifestyle, and it's fun to do as a family as we are. Thank you.
Our journey to sustainable agriculture starts right here in this cornfield. Corn is picked. The corn is picked and either sold or consumed by the farmer and his family. The corn stalks are then loaded onto a van and transported to a farm where it is processed and turned into animal feed. The corn stalks are then chipped and mixed with wheat or corn and bagged until needed. The animals are then fed with this mixture, which provides them with the necessary protein and vitamins. The animal waste is then collected, dried, and bagged. It is then sold or used to fertilize the crops, which include the cornfields. Then the whole process is started again.
Responding to the call of Pope Francis in Laudato Si and the invitation of our local church to plant and feed ourselves in these times, our Sisters of St. Joseph of Cluny have embarked on a backyard project to plant herbs and vegetables for their use and to share with their workers, families and friends. In Aruca, they have planted corn, peas, bananas and herbs. They are particularly proud of their dasheen bush and tupitambo. The senior sisters at Lude's house were assisted by some young students to set up grow boxes.
This project of the grow boxes were undertaken by a group of medical students, first and second year. They had expected that towards the end of their term, where that this project was supposed to go for a few months, they would hand it over to the students of the girls' RC school here in Aruca. And it so happened this coincided with the COVID outbreak. So when COVID came on, the project came to a halt because the children were not able to come and take part in the handing over ceremony and all that.
They also have a poi bhaji vine climbing up and growing well. In Arima, sisters Juliana, Magdalene and Patrice delight in reaping their tomatoes and vegetables.
Since from the month of, I think is March till now, I have not had to buy tomatoes in the market. As well as Bodhi, we planted sweet pepper. Sweet pepper was not so successful in the sense that there's some little creature eating them, but we got a good bit. And we also planted corn. We enjoyed the corn because several times we were able to have it as a meal. At least that's a good I got out of COVID. To be able to get closer to nature and to enjoy, just eating the things that are grown, because we have not used any sort of chemicals or insecticide to do anything, help them to grow any faster. So that's what we've been doing.
St. Joseph has benefited from the green thumbs of sisters Claire, Esther and Alexon.
The okras seem to be doing better now that I put them into a bed where they seem to be comfortable. They're not in full sunlight all day. So maybe they like half shade. Because I was reading up on the internet that some plants like full sunlight, or as the tomatoes, they like full sunlight but moisture. And then some others, they said the peppers, the sweet peppers, they like half shade, so they don't want the full sun of the whole day. We have some cassava, but we didn't harvest it as yet. Have to wait till some rainfall to soften the ground a little bit. Oh, the garlic side is was running away. We have given away so much of that. It's really prolific, and it helps to keep away some of the insects. So I moved some out of the garlic bed and put them around some of the other vegetables and things.
The Port of Spain community and the provincialate inspire the rest of us by their hard work and patience in the garden.
In this season of creation also, there's a consciousness of the environment, so getting involved in this kind of project helps in that way to conserve a lot of what we have and to be able to see God's beauty in the grandeur of grandeur in creation. That's why we have the backyard, and all of what we plant really is for food. It helps with our spirituality too, so that we can sit and meditate and think about the goodness of God, especially in this time of crisis and so many challenges in the world. We need to have those spaces around us where we can just sit and meditate and ponder on God's love for us.
These gardening projects have been a means of deepening the sisters' appreciation of the God of creation, and they live in a spirit of gratitude for the abundance of nature and the gifts they have been able to enjoy and share with others.
So thank you to the sisters.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Tiana Ramirez, and today I'm going to be talking about the endangered polar bears. I chose polar bears because they are cute and I love their white fluffy fur. What inspired me to talk about them was when I saw a video of a bear starving for food and he was about to die. There are 25,000 bears in the world. They live in a sea ice habitat. The two major threats to polar bears are global warming and hunting. Global warming is when the temperatures of the earth keep rising, causing the ice to melt. The polar bears are hunted for their meat and pelts. We need to do our part in reducing global warming and hunting to save the bears. Thank you.
Earth's Final Jubilee by Nikolai Kudovan. Let's paint a piece of scenery. In celebrating the Earth's Jubilee, we have big, bright, marvelous clouds in the sky and splashes of orange and pink nearby. Little drops of gold dust and rays from heaven, looking like angels are passing in large groups of 7. Fields filled with red roses, their aroma kissing your nostrils, and sounds of 2 birds having a wonderful duet. Can you believe on this joyous jubilee that all this beauty is coming from nature's sunset? Today, as I talk about the Earth's Jubilee, inside of me arises an inner sense of glee. In the year 2020, as everyone remains in their homes and in the streets cars no longer roam, air pollution has taken a back seat. Now, I won't say this problem has seen defeat, but the rates of pollution all over the world has started to deplete. Earth really has benefited from quarantine tremendously. Imagine crystal blue waters in Venice City, and them dolphins doing backstrokes carelessly, enjoying time away from those human monstrosities. April 8th, 2020, the Indian Wargate Memorial in New Delhi, for the first time in centuries, could be seen clearly. Skies once stained brown are now a lovely baby blue, and all this has happened is this year's Jubilee too. But it's tragic that all good things must come to an end. It's irrefutable to deny that as humans, we refuse to ascend. What part of we're at the point of no return can't you comprehend? So please, put an end to all your bad habits and make amends with the earth, because consistently your actions have been putting the environment in hurt. But here we go again, back down that road that murders all the beauty that I just wrote. The year 5050, an environment so filthy, vendors screaming, this apple is 0.5% fruit. Oops, my techno air inhaler I forgot to troubleshoot. Cities overpacked and acid rain falling from the sky. And akin to an overdone style, neon lights can be seen for miles. Artificial skies reeks of a hideous dirty blue. Nasty red sunsets makes me wonder, what will tomorrow have due? For these last days on earth, families will be standing in tears, wondering why we, their ancestors, couldn't keep our oath to protect the biosphere, to give them, our descendants, a better life. Isn't what I'm saying not right? Sometimes I wonder, if the earth had a voice, what will it say? What will it say about all the environments that has decayed? What will it say? I am the earth, and why have thou persecuted me? I am 4.5 billion years old. As Nikolai said, peaceful environments, I gave that to you. Multifaceted artifacts, I made that for you. I have fed you. I have sheltered you. And this is what you've brought for me? This is my Jubilee?
things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. All things white and wonderful, Lord God made.
I'm Abraham.
I'm Malia.
I'm Kenneth. I'm School. We are from the Lamu community in Our Lady Helper Christian Parish, Grenada.
We are celebrating the season of creation.
We give thanks to God
for creating this beautiful earth to be our home.
Put the garbage in the bin so the dogs won't tear it up and scatter it.
Switch off all electrical appliances when you are not using them.
If each child plant one fruit tree, it will help us to have more healthy foods in the future.
If each child has one or more animals to take care of, it will give us healthy food and it will give us a sense of responsibility. How great is your name, O Lord, our God, through all the earth.
Your majesty is praised above the heavens, on the lips of children and of babes.
How great is your name, O Lord, our God, through all the earth.
Amen.
Good evening, everyone. This song is dedicated to the earth. Let us do what we can to save the earth, stop pollution, plant trees, recycle, and let us celebrate the Earth's Jubilee. I may be small, but I can still make a difference to save the world. It's the Jubilee for the earth, a rebirth. I'm only 6, but I can still have influence. And I'll start by asking you to do your part. Hello everyone, my name is Kalia Gittins. The name of my song is Save the Earth. I wrote this song to encourage people to start taking care of the earth. The earth is our home. We must take care of it by avoiding pollution, planting trees, and recycling. Once we all do our part, the earth will be a much better place to live.
Wonderful. I am only 6, but I want to make a difference. I hope big people hearing that.
The tides are rising and it's getting hotter and hotter every day. I walk to school and look in dismay as the fluffy white clouds have been hidden by pollution. All that boggles my mind is a solution. I probably have 5 more years before the carbon dioxide kills me. But here we are, celebrating the Earth Jubilee. You say you love your family, but in reality, you are destroying their future. Why? Because you want some fancy architecture? Or because you want the trendiest furniture? But tell me, is it really worth it? You cannot. Because these material things ain't really worth it. You want to say you're helping your family, but little do you know that you are contributing to this tragedy. Everyone you love will die. No one will be left alive, not even to drive the fancy cars or even hop around the bars. Now I cannot tell if I'm living or I'm dying. But I do know that the earth is crying. But keep on lying to ourselves that we're not destroying this beautiful planet. When will mankind cease this madness? I cannot tell if my life is going to end today or tomorrow. But I can tell you, I am full of sorrow. Because no matter how I try to tell you, you will not listen. I am trying to survive, but you aren't paying attention. Mankind is on a continuous path of self-destruction. Everything he comes into contact with leads to ruction. He's blinded by his greed and lack of respect for nature. We definitely need help from the Creator. We don't deserve this beautiful earth because we treat her horribly. We kill animals so we can keep them as trophies. The world is flooding and we are complaining. But ultimately, we are deserving. You may disagree, but you know I am right. I don't need a prize to know that I opened your eyes. Things are not what they seem. We have destroyed this earth's natural beam. Don't tell me to see the glass half full, that everything is gonna be okay. It's our planet's jubilee. Yet, we treat the earth like it's our bubbly.
Thank you very much, St. Anthony's.
In this play, as creation questions her further existence, she reaches a point of self-actualization when her father offers her free gifts and his advice to her on her 21st Jubilee celebration. In a lush green garden, as she looks within herself, creation beholds her beauty, but sees her inner flaws reflected in her eyes. She then begins to question her existence.
Oh, hail ye wondrous floors of trees and shrubs, birds and bees, O great creator of all things splendid. You did take time on my every end. Perfection. This is who I am. A wondrous beauty. For in the beginning, each cup was handmade, each root forged by your fingertips. From age to age, I was perfect. Yet, though perfect, I have been poisoned with toxins and chaos. My inhabitants, your earthly people, have broken me. For I stand tall and proud, my exterior beautiful, the flora, the fauna, the oceans and rivers. My oceans have become poisoned. They are filled with bottles and plastics. My ocean's animals are dying out, growing extinct. My animals are stifled and suffocated. 21 centuries ago, this is not who I was. This day is worse than most. Today, my jubilee, I just want to be free. Oh, thee, my dearest daughter, my beautiful creation, splendor of the galaxy, pearl of all planets. O thee who glistens more than the sun, moon, and stars. Today is your 21st Jubilee. For when I created you, you were perfect. In the end, you were perfect. Day by day, my handiwork I did. in the end you will purpose. I will satisfy it forever. For when my people were free to eat of our fruits and feast on the beast of your bounty, they took care of it. But now they have become selfish. Their hands are too big for them. But today, I leave you with 3 gifts. Gifts for you and your people. They must plant trees and shrubs to fight the soil erosion. They must purge the rivers and oceans of garbage, for it is killing the fish and water. Protection is key. They must protect the wildlife, protect each other. Each man protect his brother. With these, my child, you shall be in your glory. My wise words, my gifts. Father, are you saying that if they plant, purge, and protect, that I may one day be whole again?
Yes, my child.
For this brings laughter to my lips and joy into my heart. For today my flower shall be in full bloom, my bird shall sing a song. Today I am creation. Today is the jubilee of creation.
The Father, Creator, escorts his daughter creation down a path as they disappear into lush green pastures. As they leave, the angel lays flowers in the soft grass to pave the way and pay homage to the jubilee of creation.
Creativity of our people from all the islands.
This poem is entitled Overcoming Her Struggles.
Someone once said, Mother Earth is beautiful as viewed from the sky. If only they knew how much she cried. Are we not hearing it? It is so loud and clear. She is showing her signs both far and near. The pain she bears, how far will it go? We need to open our eyes. She can't take it no more.
How long shall we continue to turn a blind eye? How long shall we continue to let Mother Earth cry? Her fields are bleeding, her fishes are dying, her children are mourning. Her night seemed long, her pain was like forever.
At last,
I see her smile.
At last,
there is no more cry. Her breath is fresh as a summer breeze.
Her blood nourishes all her springs.
She is happy.
She is dancing.
Her smile is back. No need for the future generation to bring it back. It's already here.
Thank you. This was played over because the video gave some trouble in the beginning. So what I would like to ask you to do now, you can open your mic or you can use the chat, and but we prefer the open mic because of the system we're using, so that you can, especially the principals, the people from school that are here. I notice we have the CEO from the from Trinidad here with us, from the CBM in Trinidad. So I would like some feedback, you know, what you think, what you got out of this, where you think we can take this. Just a few comments from you. Likewise, parents, anyone who would like to comment, members of the Global Catholic Movement who has joined us internationally. It's your first experience to the Caribbean, and I know now you know that we are not Latin America. We are related, we are close to, we are friends, but we are very different. We have our own conference, and we have our own major superiors conference likewise. So we function quite independently, even though we relate well.
Hi, good morning. My name is Mr. Paul from St. Anthony's College. I want to say that
Mr. Paul, you got cut off, so you can try again. So maybe someone else who wants to share can speak, and then Mr. Paul, when he's back on, can continue.
Sister, I think Jasmine Paul from Maria Regina had raised her hand in the raise hand function.
Okay. Jasmine, thank you very much. Jasmine? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Right, so you can speak.
I don't want to speak anymore. I just accidentally.
Oh, you didn't want to speak. You just wanted to say hi to all of us. You didn't want to say hi to all of us?
Yes.
Of course. And thank you for your contribution.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Sister Julie. This is Sister Fally. I enjoyed the whole presentation. I'm a member of this, I'm a member of the Sister of Sorrowful Mother from the US. I enjoyed the presentation. It's well done. Thank you for all your effort putting this together. Thank you again.
Mrs. Crouch?
Good morning, Sister Julie Peters. And
good morning.
Good morning, Your Grace. Good morning to all the invited guests, the principals, teachers, and of course the children. I'm so happy to see that the children are with us in their uniforms and fully participant. I want to thank you, Sister Julie, for this project, which at our school annually we look forward to it. We normally engage the entire school in the project because we see it as a unique opportunity for children to think about the earth, either through the form of writing, prose, poetry, through art, through music, and through dance. So we spend the entire time, once you announce this project, it becomes part of our religion and our religious education instruction, that God made the earth and this is our heritage. The children always enjoy it. And of course, we are looking forward to next year. I really want to thank all the young people who have done such beautiful work. The poetry has been overwhelming for me. And I trust that we can put all of this together in a publication that is a print publication in some way, especially the poetry and the art. So thank you again, sister. It's a joy to be here this morning. And I know Jasmine raised her hand because although she's a pupil of our school, she's actually in India attending school online. So Jasmine, we know that you're a very special Maria Regina student attending school at Maria Regina while you are in India. So I say a special hi to you, Jasmine.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Crouch. We would really consider your suggestion of putting poetry and art and the other, whatever is possible, in print. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Sister Carol Jean. I'm from the United States. I worked in St. Lucia a number of years ago. And I want to thank Sister Julie for inviting me to participate in this morning. I'm a member of our Archdiocesan Task Force on Care for Creation. And each year we offer Laudato Si recognition for schools and parishes that live up to the ideals of Laudato Si, but have done nothing with the students. So you've given me wonderful models that we can use here as well. And I want to congratulate all of the students who did just a superb job. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sister Carol Jean. Thank you for joining us. Sister Carol Jean, as she said, worked in St. Lucia. Background is education, but Sister Carol Jean worked at the UN, representing over 200 congregations. And she's very familiar with the topic that we're talking about and has a keen interest. She's now the director of the Environmental Center in Ohio. So thank you for being with us. Mr. Paul, are you ready? It's a pity we can't hear him. Mr. Paul, do you have your microphone to volume? I'm very sorry that we can't hear Mr. Paul. I think he's a teacher from St. Anthony's College. So maybe he would put on the chat what he needs to put on the chat for us. So again, if there are no more comments, I would really like to thank everybody for being here, but I am not the one to do the official thanking. So what I'd like to do now is to call on Bishop Harvey to do our closing remarks, and then we would have the vote of thanks. And after the vote of thanks, in Caribbean language, we will have our grand road match finale. And then you would join us virtually in the lounges and in the cafeterias and in the wherever else for wine and cheese.
No, not cheese, Julie, not cheese.
Okay, go ahead, thanks.
Wine and Julie. Mango. So good morning, everybody. It's still pre-noon, and I really have had a lot of fun today, and I want to thank you all for that. Even as we enjoy it, though, as I bring all of this to some kind of conclusion, I suppose, I really want to challenge you young people to understand that we've only just begun. We've only just begun the work. And you who are from 28 to 6, you know, and as I saw that age range before me, I really was, wow, to God, you know. And not excluding Sister Annette and the Clooney sisters. I won't say what Sister Annette's age is, you all can guess that. But, you know, from Dylan and Nikolai and Kalia, it's been really wonderful just listening.
We can't hear you now, Bishop. You're gone off.
I've gone off, but my microphone is still open.
No, no, we can hear you clearly.
We're hearing you, Bishop.
We're hearing you.
All right, go ahead.
I'm hearing him very well.
Okay, right. You know, that when you think of creation, you have to remember that the scriptural account tells us that creation came out of chaos. And as we look at what is going on today in the world, there's a lot of chaos, a lot of chaos. And sometimes you might find yourself in the midst of chaos. And some of the images of the young people taking the strips of plastic and stuffing them into bottles and so on. All the plastic around us is chaos. And therefore, we have to have a fundamental courage not to be afraid when things are rough. Not to be afraid when you think there's chaos all around you. not to be afraid when everybody tells you, oh, you're wasting your time. When you're out with some friends and they throw plastic around, they throw a bottle around, and you cringe when you see that happening, to know that that's a summons to you to remain faithful to your commitment. One of the things that moves me is the realization the sky is no longer the limit. The limit is outer space. And for all of you, especially those of you who are young, in terms of what you will do for creation, there are no limits. There are no limits any longer. The little things that you've shown in these presentations are only a small little insight into what is beginning already in your mind, deep within you. So we are in what I like to call a season of a new creation, where because of COVID-19, there's a lot of chaos, and we're now moving into that, into this new creation. Yesterday, I had a really, for me, stimulating few moments with some young people who came into the office. And I was just beginning to think about what I might have said at a Zoom meeting that I had last night, and then today in these closing remarks. And it just occurred to me, let me ask them something. And to take the word creation and to see what they would bring out of it. And I gave them the word C for Christ. And then I asked them, what would you say? R, what for R? And E and A and so on. And we eventually agreed on a few words. Creation, oh, sorry, Christ redeeming every act through intimacy, openness. Christ redeeming every act through intimacy and openness. And the word intimacy struck me as coming from them because it means we have to get close to whatever we're doing and even to the creatures, you know. And one of them said, you know, when an ant comes up on my foot, I tend to just brush it off. But perhaps what I need to do is to look at that ant, leave it on my foot, and see where it goes, you know, just to become intimate with all of creation. But the end proved to be difficult. And that's what I want to leave with all of you today. Think of what the N word might be, you know. Think of what N word you could bring to this word creation as part of the acrostic. You know. But let me tell you one funny part of the encounter. One of the young men said, naughtiness. Intimacy, openness, and naughtiness. And I said, my God, what's that about? And then he said, you know, sometimes in being naughty, I can help creation. I won't tell you the example he gave me because some people might be shocked, you know. But sometimes, and for you who are young and mischievous, because I prefer to use the word mischievous as the equivalent of naughty. Sometimes in your mischief, you can ask yourself, what can I do to help creation? What can I do? So creation, Christ redeeming every act, everything that we do through intimacy, openness, and whatever word you choose, maybe naughtiness. And as I thank God for all that you all have done, and as I think of what you will yet have to do, I want to invite you to encourage someone else to enter and work on this competition next year. Don't just come to it yourself. Encourage somebody else to come into it. And let's broaden the meaning of what we do. And when you encourage someone else to come into it, maybe you could work with them in a way that they win the prize next year that you won this year. Because that's something we have to learn, especially those of us in so-called Christian schools, that we don't just compete with one another, we collaborate with one another. And Pope Francis has given us a new letter. I don't want to give you the big word for it. It's a letter from the Pope, which he has given to all of us. And he's entitled it Fratelli Tutti, which means brothers and sisters all. And therefore, whatever we do over the next few months and years, to remember that we're not just doing it for ourselves. We're not even just doing it for our families. We're even not doing it alone for just our country. We are doing all of this not for someone, but because we are brothers and sisters all. And that too came home to me this morning, because I came to this meeting thinking of St. Rose's and Bolio and being proud of the parishes, the school from my own diocese here in Grenada who were part of it and who were being honored. And then I come and I see Trinidad, my home country, and I see the beautiful work done there. And then I have to remind myself, although I am bishop in Grenada, We are brothers and sisters all, St. Lucia, Grenada, Trinidad, and then we go beyond that. And I hope that as the years go on, this will become a Caribbean competition, not just West Indian, but Caribbean, that all our people will be a part of it. So one little last challenge to those of you young people, if you have a friend from another island, if you have a friend even from another language group, Martinique, Guadeloupe, Suriname, just call them and tell them about it. And I hope the sisters will keep this, particularly the presentations, on YouTube for a while. We certainly are going to try and get it on our television station shows. And so in that way, broaden the audience for this, the viewing audience for it, and spread the word, spread the word. The earth needs a jubilee. The earth not only needs us to rejoice, and the earth also needs us to help the earth to rest and to breathe more freely. And so let me invite you to take a deep breath yourself, just in this moment. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and know that what flows within you is the very life of God. And that everything that you have done, that we have seen today, is the expression of that breath, the sign that you are alive, that God is alive in you. And wow, the earth is full of God's riches, yes, but today we have seen it as full of your riches as well. Take your riches now and distribute it so that all creation may know and praise God. And may the blessing of Almighty God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit be with each and every one of you, children, young people, parents, and friends, hoping that God will help each of us to be faithful sons and daughters of Mother Earth. Amen.
Thank you, Bishop Harvey. So the invitation went out by Bishop Harvey so that we can take part in this creation challenge. And we purposefully did not call it a competition. It's a challenge. So we can challenge ourselves and challenge others. We don't want to compete. We just want a challenge.
Amen.
All right. I would like to invite Mrs. Dina Bainey, a member of our Franciscan Institute JPIC committee, to do the vote of thanks.
So, good day, everyone. Mine is the humble task of giving thanks to those who responded to the Season of Creation Challenge and to those persons participating in today's event. On behalf of the Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother and the Franciscan Institute for Personal and Family Development, we express our deepest gratitude to all. First, we thank God Almighty for bringing us to this day and for all the gifts that He has bestowed on us. For the instrumental performance and the singing of the national anthem, we thank the performance. To Sister Gillian Jerome, Delegation Superior for the Caribbean, for her leadership and support and for her very warm welcome. We all know that singing is a form of prayer, and so we thank Dr. Gian Wilson for her composition and her moving performance of her song on Laudato Si. To the participants and awardees of the Season of Creation Challenge in Trinidad and Tobago, Grenada, and St. Lucia for responding to the challenge with enthusiasm and for expressing their interpretation in the various categories in which they were judged. To the principals, teachers, parents, parish priests, and youth coordinators in the 3 dioceses who monitored, supervised, and advised the students, thus ensuring their submissions were of an excellent quality. To His Grace, the Archbishop of Port of Spain, we thank you for your anecdote. I feel as though you were talking to us directly here in the Caribbean. Thank you for reminding us it is vital for the present and future of our church and that pointing out that we had little consciousness for the ecology of the earth. You have made us aware, and we know where you're reminding us that the nature is in decline and that the urgency in which we must respond to the environment. You also pointed out to us that the teaching of the church is that the resources of the earth is given to all of us, and you remind us that we must always raise consciousness. Thank you so much, Your Grace. To the General Superior, Sister Catherine Hannigan of the Sisters of the Sorrowful Mother, for your presence today and for your leadership. Without an MC, this event would not have run smoothly, so we thank Sister Julie Marie Peters for doing an excellent job at this. We would also like to thank her for the guidance and support which she provided and for her invaluable suggestions throughout the planning and execution of the Season of Creation Challenge. We offer thanks to the distinguished members of the Global Catholic Climate Movement, Laudato Si Generation, and the Season of Creation for mobilizing the Season of Creation globally. To Sister Sheila Kinsley, International Coordinator, UISG, campaign Sowing Hope for the Planet, for ensuring that the international religious community celebrate the Season of Creation globally, especially in the Caribbean. And to our distinguished judges for the Season of Creation Challenge for giving selflessly of their time, talent, and treasure. We give thanks to this Franciscan Institute JPIC committee members for organizing this Canticle of Creation ceremony and for executing the Season of Creation Challenge so efficiently. Special thanks go out to our sponsors and donors for giving so generously to this cause. To the staff of the Franciscan Institute and the Three Islands for their support and participation. And I would really like to, especially thank Annalisa and the staff of the Franciscan Institute for the human service that they continue to bestow. To the members of the media, the Catholic News, Living Water Community, and Trinity TV for facilitating this event. Thanks also to the participants who gave an impression of the program today and for all the suggestions that were made. And finally, to Father Richard Holong for the musical video, which will end this program. Thank you very much, everyone.
Unmute. So I thank Ms. Bainey for thanking us, and then we will move right into our closing song that will take us home or keep us home safely and rejoicing.
Sister, I forgot. Sister, no, I need to say this.
What?
I forgot one. Sorry about that. To Bishop Harvey of Grenada. Bishop, thank you so very much for your closing remarks. You have challenged the young people. You told us that we have only just begun. And you reminded us that creation came out of chaos. You have pointed out all the images of chaos, that pointing out the plastic bottles. And you have told us that the fundamental courage, that we must not be afraid when we experience chaos. You have asked us to remain faithful to our commitment to what we can do for creation, and that we are moving into a new creation, and that Christ is the Redeemer, is the redeeming every act through openness and intimacy. You have encouraged the participants to bringing someone else to participate in the challenge, and that you hope that the challenge will become a Caribbean one. So thank you so much, Bishop Harvey, for your closing remarks.
Thank you.
When I look at the heavens, when I look at the heavens, the moon and stars, I shout your name, I praise your name, oh God. When I look at the oceans, the beasts of the sea, I shout your name, I praise your name. Oh Lord my God, you made humanity a little less than your divinity. Oh Lord my God, we marvel, you are great. You crowned us with your glory and your love. When I look at the flowers, the rain and streams, I shout your name, I shout your name, I praise your name, oh God. When I look at the sunshine, I see your light, I shout your name, I shout your name, I praise your name. Oh Lord my God, you made humanity a little less than your divinity. Oh Lord my God, we marvel, you are great. You crowned us with your glory and your love. When I look at the fruits and the birds and trees, I shout your name, I praise your name, oh God. When I look at the mountains, the sky and sea, I shout your name, I praise your name. Oh Lord my God, you made humanity a little less than your divinity. Oh Lord my God, we marvel, you are great. You crowned us with your glory and your love. When I look at the heavens, when I look at the heavens, when I look at the heavens, oh Lord, I shout your name, oh Lord, I praise your name, oh God. When I look at the heavens, oh Lord, I shout your name, oh Lord, Almighty God. Oh Lord my God, we shout and praise your name. Oh Lord my God, we shout and praise your name. Oh Lord my God, we marvel, you are great. You
Great. So thank you, everyone. Good evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Judy.
Thank you. Blessings to all.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sister Julie. Thanks to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sister Julie.
Yes, Bishop.
Bye.
Oh, Bishop.
Thank you,
Oh,
everyone.
Father.